Okay, let's go ahead and call the meeting to order at 7:00 p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Not yet.
All right, is there a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
I move to approve the agenda as presented.
Okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion is approved. Moving on to presentations, proclamations, or visitors. Are there any members on Zoom? Because we don't have anyone in the audience.
No.
That no one signed
There's a
up?
member on Zoom, but they don't have their hand raised.
Okay.
Or
Okay. Is there a motion to approve tonight's consent agenda?
Move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
All those.
Second.
Second, sorry, I'm skipping things. Okay, we have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion is approved. Moving on to number 4, public hearings. We have no public hearings. We have no old business. Agenda item 6A, new business. Small city allotment grant for 4th Street improvements. Ron will present.
Thank you, Mayor Ron Harding, City Administrator. Before you tonight is a grant agreement from the Small City Allotment Program. The staff applied for the 4th Street project. We've systematically been working through the downtown core to try to improve the couple of business blocks, which seem to score really well with Small City Allotment. When we get into the neighborhood streets, they don't score well because they're looking for traffic patterns and things like that. So we did apply for that. It's just under, our estimates are about a $460,000 project. Of course, until we get a final design put together and put out an RFP, we won't have exact costs. The city did plan for around a $500,000 project if we did get the grant. So this is a grant for $250,000. There would be a match of $250,000 from the city. We did budget for that, and it is in our street fund for street project upgrades. It's pretty much a standard small city allotment grant. We've had these many times before. Happy to answer any questions if you have those.
Are this ones just finishing the street or exactly are they doing with this one?
Well, on 4th
Okay.
Street, there are no improvements because most of downtown is that way. No sidewalks, no curbs, no paved streets to the edge of the streets. So we've been going through
Adding that, just like we
each
did.
street. So it's like 2nd,
Okay.
3rd. Now we're doing 4th.
Yeah, this
So-
one will include some angled parking. We're gonna work with a couple of the local neighboring businesses to put in some additional parking that they need. So it'll also have some business parking like occurred here on
Yeah, by figure
3rd
out.
Street.
Yeah, those angle parking, that's really looks cool,
Yes, so we'll have some of that too.
planned.
It's gonna take like, I don't know, 15 years to get all the way through.
We only have 11 streets and 2 of them are
Well-
in counties.
2 of them in the counties, but what if we don't
For
get grant
now.
money? Like you got out a few years, we don't get a grant.
Saying.
And for this, it's really, I guess we didn't get a staff report, my mistake there. But it's just a motion to accept the grant and authorize city administrator to execute. Let's see if I mean, sometimes it has the mayor's, sometimes.
No, it's the city. It just says authorized representative.
Okay,
So you can do it on the looks of it.
Is there a motion?
I move to approve the grant agreement with the Oregon Department of Transportation Small City Allotment Program and authorize the city administrator to sign the paperwork.
Second. Give a second. Is there any further deliberation? None. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Moving on to agenda item 6B, resolution 10-26, authorizing a loan for Bishop Road property purchase. Ron will continue with his presentation.
Thank you, Mayor. Ron Harding again. So this is the resolution and the contracts to accept a $500,000 loan for the purpose of purchasing the Bishop Road property that we entered into a purchase and sale agreement back in May. It's taken a little while to get the documents. What you have before you is a draft document. They're doing an internal staffing review, but I'm thinking that's just for any Scrivener errors or things like that. And I did talk to the representative from Business Oregon, and they said if we just say to authorize the mayor and city administrator to execute the final documents, and this resolution number, that was sufficient. If they make any changes, then the mayor can sign those. This one does want the mayor's signature because they want the highest elected official to sign, and then I attest as the city recorder on this one. So basically what this is the property we're purchasing for $625,000. The city's going to contribute $125,000 out of our park fund 015-811, which is park improvements. And then the remainder will be this loan. It's at 5.1% annually. There's no collateral, which is a pretty good rate. So we'll own the property outright. There are a couple of conditions. One, we can't sell the property and liquidate the property until the loan's paid off. We have no intentions of doing that. So that's not a condition that's of concern. We did have to dedicate some of our revenue fund streams to what they call a pro forma performance to show that we could pay the debt, but all of our park money comes from general fund anyway. It does not limit us to use system development charge funds. If we do get some in, if there's some construction or development, we get system development charge money in, we can pay the loan off early with that, or we could pay the debt down, or even just make the payments. We can use 55% of this loan, so about $275,000 can be paid with system development charge funds. So our plan will be to try to pay this down fairly quickly. It wasn't necessarily in our scope to do this right away, but it was in our capital facilities plan, and the opportunity did present itself. So basically tonight, you're just approving the motion, which allows them to execute resolution, which allows Business Oregon to execute the loan contracts and then the contracts themselves. This was reviewed by the city attorney that's been working on this project with us. They just pointed out what our deliverables were, which is mostly what I pointed to you. And then once the council approves this, they'll actually have to sign a council affidavit that says the city has put together a good plan to be able to finance the property. So there's some checks and balances there. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions?
Fairly quickly. 5 years, 3 years, 10 years? What do you?
It just depends. We've got a number of approved developments, like we were talking about the ID zone, and there's apartments that are approved. If either of those come in, we could, as soon as those funds come in. So it could be as soon as 5 years, or it could be later.
That's only half of it you can do from those, 275? You can do half of it with this SDC?
55%. Yeah. So, well, actually, when I say 55%, we're putting in 125,000. So actually it's a little bit more. So it could be over 300,000. Sorry. I was thinking of the loan amount, but actually the total cost of the project. So yeah, about 300,000 could be SDC eligible. The apartment complex, if that came in for a permit, it would be in excess of that.
So the plan is to rent the house, right?
Well, I haven't developed a plan. That's an option for us. Where there's some repairs that we need to do on the house, and
That was my question, is what do you think we're gonna have to spend just to get it ready?
We think probably around $40,000 is where our estimates are to get it all fixed up so that it's not degrading anymore. And that's money is also in the park improvement fund, 811. So that money's been budgeted for. And then our option will be to look at rental. We'd like to look at a good, maybe doing an RFP or an RFQ for a new property management company. It's a pretty nice piece of property, and I just want to make sure that we're, you know, handling that rental when we do get there, fairly well. And if we are able to rent it, that will make the payment or help make the payment.
So it'd just be a month to month so that we're actually ready to develop it or do something.
Usually you got to do a
Quickly?
year to
Year
year.
lease.
Yeah, but I don't see, if we were even to get a grant, they're usually a 1 to 2 year cycle. So, and that property would be towards the back end of development. The property out front would have to be developed first. So we've got plenty of time. We're really, more than anything else, we're buying an asset that'll only appreciate and that will preserve it for when we actually get to that stage of development.
Yeah, definitely better to have somebody back there than to just have it. Set. Nobody back there, nobody knows what's going on. Yeah, who knows if the utilities that's cost us a lot of money if you don't have.
Yeah.
Eyes on it.
Is there any more questions? Do we have a motion?
I move to approve resolution 10-26 to direct the mayor and city administrator to execute a financing contract with the Oregon Infrastructure Finance Authority for a special public works fund loan in the amount of $500,000 with an interest rate of 5.1% per annum in a form substantially similar to the document attached to resolution 10-26 for the purchase of the property located at 7582 Bishop Road in Aumsville, Oregon, in the amount of $625,000, and authorize the city administrator to take all necessary legal and contractual actions in connection with the same pending as presented.
Second.
Is there any further deliberation? Being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Congratulations, you bought a house.
Moving on, city administrator report. Ron?
I have just one thing to mention to council. We are pretty much finished with the bridge at Porter Boone, and it looks great. And we're gonna just kind of do a little informal ribbon cutting on Friday at 10:30. The mayor's available for that, and we'll have people down there bagging corn. If any of you are available to walk over, you're welcome to come. It's going to be a short ceremony, but we always like to kind of christen our projects. So there might be a little bit of finish work that happens after Corn Festival, but it's pretty much complete.
Cool.
And it looks really good. Staff did a great job with it.
Very cool. Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't gone. I was gonna try to get over there today, but I didn't make it.
Yeah, it's very cute. It's kind of like a miniature, like it's intended to kind of resemble the historical covered bridges.
Is it like fully covered in?
It's very cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking
It
that,
is a full miniature covered bridge.
I was just
Yeah.
thinking that's where the kids are gonna make out. Like,
Yeah.
that's where the kids are.
Well, not that.
It's
And
wood.
it's like my staff
I'd be pretty
said,
desperate for that.
it's built so well, 60 or 80 years from now, it'll still be there. They won't be replacing it anytime soon.
It's true.
At least the car is cushioned.
There is some correspondence, some thank yous we threw in your packet as well. Other than that, Corn Festival, it's a big week. We'll be
yeah.
busy.
Mayor, is that it? Okay, mayor and council reports. Anyone have anything to report?
Well, I can report at SCATS that we have finally started the conversation about getting Aumsville on as a member, but it's going to be a process.
I was just in a meeting and
Huh?
someone from the COG wants a sticky note somewhere that has a name and a number. Probably on my desk at work.
Anyway, we're going through the agreement for the parties and discussing that and just seeing if they want any changes or anything besides adding Aumsville. Updating it because it hasn't been updated in 15 years or something like that. So I'll keep you updated as we go. Next meeting, City of Salem is supposed to give their report and tell us what their decisions are.
Would you like me to write a report? I'm happy to. I'm happy to submit a report.
I think I've pretty well submitted our report. Get it done. We're tired of the playing.
I attended a couple things. I had the COGS Legislative Committee met, and they're trying to figure out if they're still relevant. That group is still having some, what is the word? Relevance. And then I went to the OMA conference, which is always great to receive additional training. And then from that, they reminded us that the fall conference is happening in Salem this year. So for us, that means there's no hotels needed.
But it also means you can easily drive there.
Yes, you can easily drive there. So for those that are able, and if you have not attended a LOC conference for training, I really want to highly encourage that, especially now it is in Salem this year. So I think the last time it was Salem was COVID and it got canceled. So
So is this the bigger conference?
this is the one in the fall. Yeah,
Smaller conference?
the bigger one.
It's like the one we went to in Bend in Eugene.
Portland, the one you went to in Portland.
So it's Salem this year and next year, I believe it goes back to Eugene and then Bend. But I believe Kirsty sent out an email already.
Okay.
15th through the 17th, I think. 15th of October through the 17th, if I remember right. It's a Thursday to Saturday.
And I think there are some, if we haven't done them already, some mandatory ethics training that are supposed to be done
Once a year.
once a year. So
You can also do it online.
yeah, but you can also do it online, but they will be having that there as well.
That's the 15th through the 17th.
That's all I have for reports. Oh, and I did let you guys know that I counted my calendar weekends wrong, so I will be at the Corn Festival. After all that griping. I just apparently
We're not gonna believe you.
I missed one Sunday. The ones I missed one the very first weekend.
Off by 1
I'm
week.
just off by 1 week, yeah. Is there anything for good of the order? None. Okay. Ron already mentioned the correspondence. We got to thank you to the fire department about National Night Out. It's at the very back of the packet. And there is no executive session, so we can go ahead and adjourn the meeting at 7:19 p.m.